Greetings, I'm Shad.
And greetings, I am Tyranth.
Tyranth, I got a fun one today.
Fun? Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Why? Of course it's fun!
It's fun for the viewers, but maybe not for us.
Shink!
Wolverine claws, yes.
Oh, yes.
Brand new film, Wolverine Deadpool. Haven't watched it yet. Hopefully it's good. But we've got some Wolverine claws to test.
Actually, this video will be coming out after my review on Night's Watch.
Okay.
If the schedule goes... So I will have seen it, but not while we're filming.
So we still don't know.
So I don't know. Okay, so here's the thing, right? I have analysed Wolverine's claws before, okay? But I've never tested them in real life.
Okay.
We were sent something, a bit of a fun toy from United Cutlery, actually. This is from them. You can check them out. There's a link in the description, an affiliate link. And this is, okay, so I got a couple of thoughts on these. These are pretty solid, solid.
Yeah, pretty solid.
But there's a couple of caveats with them.
Yep.
They come blunt.
Yep.
So I can't,
Not sharp, yep.
Not sharp. So not going to be able to test cutting with them. Maybe some thrusting, but they also blunt this ways. But maneuverability and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
What, Tyranth?
I'm just waiting for you to get out your
do you
rambles.
Do you see how judgmental? That's his judgmental face.
Okay, so United Cutlery has sent us this one. And I mean that literally. Just one. They only sent one. It's blunt, meaning it's not sharp.
Okay.
And I also think it's a left-handed one. It has a slight curve on the handle, and when I put it in my right hand, it feels terrible. When I put it in my left, it feels a little bit better. So I actually think it's a left-handed one as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This is an odd type of thing to engineer as a weapon, because this is both bad and good.
Sure.
No, in my regular hand, terrible.
Yes.
In actual fact, the claws are too far apart. It's hard to squeeze my hand in. They jab in between fingers. But as soon as I put on a glove, it's actually perfect. It's like this was made to be used with gloves, because gloves widen your hands, and so suddenly the spacing on these claws are perfect.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure you weren't saying they were great weapons. We're getting a bit ahead of ourselves there.
Well, the fact, all right, the question of are these usable weapons, that is up for debate and discussion testing. I already have a video theorizing it, but we get to test it in real life. You have the prop plastic...
These are just like some toy ones I brought out for a little bit of reference. Literally, I can't fit my fingers in between them. They're for kids.
I could.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Oh, yeah. Children fingers. Okay. All right.
What are you talking about?
I literally can't fit my fingers in them.
Do you have stubby, fat fingers?
I have muscle all over my fingers, but yeah, all right. Anyways.
Tired of those fat hands.
I literally can't fit them in there.
Are you
Yeah, I'm serious.
This is like a perfect fit for me.
It's like a children's toy. All right, anyway. So, Wolverine claws are on the agenda. And as we said, we've looked at these ones here from United Cutlery. They're not, I don't really think that they're supposed to be weapon ones. I think they're just
They're fun display kind of ones, but used with gloves, I could put some solid force behind it. Instead of being braced in my fingers, it's hitting my knuckles, it's bracing on the padding, and so I could actually really...
And maybe you could sharpen them up, things like that, and get them to that point.
Because I wouldn't want to do that with these.
Yes, these here are just a toy. They are...
But they jam right on the knuckles, feel that?
They actually don't have the spacing. See how, look... They're actually just straight, whereas these ones are offset a bit. So also they're not correct in that way. So
you might be thinking, how are we going to test their effectiveness in real life if we have blunt ones right here? This is functional fandom, okay? We go the extra mile. In fact, Tyranth has prepared something.
So, all right, legit, I cannot fit my fingers in between those things.
Confirmed, Tyranth has fat hands.
All right, so here I have created some functional Wolverine claws, and I have two different ones. These are a bit more of an accurate to how they are in the movies and stuff.
Ooh, these look sharp, Tyranth.
And these ones here have a different profile, because this profile I have issues with. So if you have a look, they're just basically
What, you've reversed the...
Yeah.
You've reversed it, okay.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the dynamics of these things. They have a kind of forward-facing curve.
Because they're meant to be claws, essentially.
Yes, but if you actually look at animal claws, first off, they are way shorter, and the animals that use them can put a little bit more power into them. So when it comes to a human claw, this is actually kind of terrible, because it doesn't actually have an aggressive curve to get the benefits of that curve.
By having a forward curve like this, when it's chopping into something, there's a higher chance of it getting stuck, where curved ones, you'd be able to kind of slice through.
Yes. And then we also have the added issue of there's 3 blades so close together. When you actually slice into something, you're wasting a lot of that kinetic energy.
In fact, your energy that you're putting into the strikes are reduced by a third because you have 3 blades instead of 1. If you had 1 blade, all that force would be concentrated on the one. That's what I said in my, theoretical review analysis, that Wolverine would be better to have a single claw instead of 3. We'll find out if that's true in the practical tests here.
So what we'll do is we will test both of them. We'll test the one that's more accurate to the show, the movies.
Will they cut?
And then we'll test the one that's just very a straight
Now
blade.
people say, look, Wolverine's claws are like super, super razor sharp. Yeah, these have an edge.
Now, in terms of thrusting,
They're not super sharp.
They're not super sharp. People are going to say Wolverine's claws are made for thrusting. That's fair, and I think they're pretty good at that.
I actually think these ones might do better thrusting, even with being slightly blunted, because they're more rigid than these.
Yes.
And so this will be interesting.
Well, that's another interesting point you raise, is the thickness.
Yes.
These are ultra thin for the purpose
of cutting.
And also, you don't need that thick of a blade to actually injure someone.
Having a thicker blade, especially with blades this size, will make it more difficult to push apart the material, especially if you're dividing it by 3.
Exactly. So there's a give and take between all these things. It's a balance. You're trying to create a functional weapon. So this is what we've got. Why don't we put them to the test, I guess?
Am I flipping off our... You got a problem, bub?
Did you
missed that completely? You got a problem, bub? Okay, so thrusting wise, these might be very deadly. Look at that. Granted, there's not a lot of resistance with water bottles.
That is true.
We'll test it with other mediums. All right. The thing everyone wants to see.
I would use the tips. I'm just going to give you a friendly advice here. Use the tips.
I'm going hard, man. I don't care. Huh. I mean, not really. I split it open.
Do you want to try your right?
Ow!
There it is. I've been waiting for that.
That sucked.
They feel terrible. Yes, I know. I'm aware of this.
I mean, I split it.
Yeah. You are using your left hand. Did you want to tell the audience why you're using your left hand? Because you look a little bit unco.
It's because I have more articulation in because I'm left-handed when I write. But I'm right-handed with throwing, catching, and swords. But these feel more comfortable in my left.
Okay, that's fair enough.
So,
do you want to do another one?
No, that sucked. You can take it from here. Gosh.
So, I'll give it a go. I hate these things. And I already want to preempt people's comments about Wolverine having adamantium skeletons and super strength. We're testing things in the real world. So we can only use what we have in the real world. I just want to preempt them because we always get comments about this.
The whole point of functional fandom, the very purpose of it, is to see how functional they would be in real life.
Yeah.
So
it's just that we always get these comments, and I'm always like, oh, guys.
Because I don't know how we could attach blades to our skeleton.
Yeah, like maybe if you had like a full brace, like an arm brace, but at the same time, it's so terrible. It's focusing leverage like this on your wrist, which is.
This is why I think the United Cutlery ones actually will have more force behind them. So I'm going to test the United Cutlery after you.
Go for it. Yeah. All right, so in terms of thrusting, these things they're actually really nice with the thrusting. Like, I can't even feel that. So, like, they're still deadly. They are sharpened pieces of steel, so of course they're going to be deadly. That's not in question here.
I've always been skeptical of the cutting action because of the division by 3.
The problem is that it's always depicted as, like, he cuts through everything. It's like, oh, it's adamantium. It's like, even if it was adamantium, it's still a terrible design for that sort of, concept.
I think it's almost equal. Yeah, he does cut a lot, but there's a lot of like.
There is,
and in the sides and stuff. These honestly should be considered thrusting weapons, not cutting weapons. Primarily,
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
but why do they have to shape them like terrible little katanas? Like that's what they've shaped them as. If you look at the blade profile, obviously this one's thin. But if you look at the show ones, they're like a sakabato, a reverse edge katana. That's the exact same blade profile.
I am interested to see how well your reverse curved ones go. But first, try and cut with those.
We'll do these ones. So again, with the thrusting. Man, I hate that on the palm. It's such a terrible feeling. It's not like a pain like you're getting kicked or something. It's like it's in the bone. You feel it.
All right, this is where I got to give credit to the United Cutlery design, because instead of it just all resting on your knuckles, it braces onto the top of your palm.
Yeah, but there's a reason why I've designed these ones to actually kind of sit forward.
Well, that's what I mean.
From your palm. And the reason why I've done that is because if you hit something solid, the last thing I want is pieces of steel going in between my soft little knuckles.
You need a glove. Without a glove, this sucks. You should try it on with a glove, because these parts here now brace on the padding, and that stops it kicking back. And I'm confident to just go ham. Like I can really...
Okay. I'm just waiting for Shad to have 3 little cuts right at the top.
I won't. No, because I can feel you need to try it with a glove.
We'll give it a go.
There is so much structure and bracing on these. It's not sharpened, but I'm confident I could get through with a thrust. Look at that. Look at that. And these are not sharpened. That's pretty boss, man. That's cool.
Not very clean, though.
I don't know, dude. That is wicked.
Now, when we say these are blunt, we're not actually joking. Like, these have literally no edge. They are completely blunt. They're just a bevel, basically.
Try it with these. The St. Mark's light sparring gloves.
Does everybody around here have baby hands?
See, all right, that proves it. Your hands are just fat, because that's a standard size. All right, have a feel of that.
That fit in better, but these gloves, well, hold on. These gloves are tight as.
Yeah.
Like, you still got the terrible lever.
Keep your fists closed.
But I'm talking about if you get hit with this, or your fist buckles or something like that.
Oh,
that
mate,
feels terrible.
It would be so much worse with the other ones.
Well, they don't touch your knuckles.
They dig into the between fingers.
They don't touch in between your fingers. They're offset. They're forward.
No, but then they curve up and dig in.
Oh yeah, well, because then you can release the I can't do that with that. Look, this stops.
Be a man and keep your fist closed.
That will break your hand, like that.
They're properly attached. See, that's wicked.
Yes, like.
And those are blunt. Imagine if they were sharp.
Well, we don't have to imagine. We've got sharp ones.
The thing is, though, you can put more force behind these ones. There's way more bracing and structure on these. I'm actually getting a bit shocked at how deadly thrusting this is. And we need to try against a harder material, because if the thrusting force isn't really diluted by the fact that there's 3, 3, piercing wounds, stab wounds, that's pretty deadly.
We'll get to it soon, don't worry.
What is this?
You'll see why, and you'll go, oh, okay, oh. All right, I'm gonna try a quick slash. Now, I hit a lot harder than Shad, so I don't know how this is gonna go. And I'm not using my left hand, I don't know why. I don't want to hit it. I was like,
dude.
See, that's why I didn't want to hit it.
No, but that was way better. And you have to admit it. It was way more force than that. Okay, they've bent a bit.
They've bent a bit?
Yeah, they're a little bit.
They're a little bent.
Okay. Look at the connecting points.
Yeah, okay. So these aren't really for this.
I guess not. They're
just like, I don't know.
They're for display mainly.
Yeah. All right, did you want to try the knife ones? The differently shaped ones?
Yeah.
All right.
They're a lot sharper on the back end. Oh no, that is the real. It's my reflex. It's like I always think they're supposed to be faced forward. I'm also a bit sick, and so my brain isn't on.
Yeah. Just today, it's not on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want to try your right hand?
Didn't even split it.
So these ones, in theory, should be able to slice a lot better than the others. Like that.
Yeah, you got some slice. Okay.
That's 3 distinct
All right.
slashes.
That's sliced.
And it comes back to that point of like, I'm not sure why they, like it looks cool, right? The Wolverine claws actually really look cool with, you know, the slight curve. It's just, it's not aggressive enough to get the benefits of that curve. Yeah. So it actually becomes a hindrance. You see what I'm saying? You sure you don't want to use your right hand?
I don't know if that's because of the curve or that these are like 5 times sharper than the other ones.
It's not, they're not that much sharper. They're sharper, but they're not that much sharper. I use the exact same sharpening thing on both of them. Would you like to try pool noodles?
Yeah.
Okay, we can try pool noodles. So just because I'm curious, why don't you slowly penetrate the pool noodle with the tips? Just slowly.
It's actually kind of resistive.
Why is that, Chad? I wonder why that would be.
So it's getting spread over 3.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And because they're not all facing straight, they're all kind of offset.
Yeah.
The further you go in, the further they pull them apart.
That's actually sucking.
Yep. And then imagine trying to get them out.
Yeah. That's interesting.
It is interesting.
Yeah, they're not going in, and it's the separation. They need to be aligned.
Yep.
In canon, are they aligned or splayed?
From what I know about in the comic books, it's kind of up to the writer. Sometimes they're
That's
really
my
thin,
point, is that
sometimes they're straight, sometimes they're this.
It's arbitrary. That's an issue.
Yeah.
Because these should be deadly thrusting weapons, but that is causing problems.
Yes. This is the thing. On flesh, I think they would have no problem skewering someone. The problem is, as soon as you hit something like maybe some softer targets or some padded targets or anything like that, they're going to get caught. They want to pull themselves apart, which means they're hard to push in. But then that also means that they're hard to get out.
After the first couple of centimeters, like even the one, now they're starting to get like, don't want to go in. And then you have the added problem of the force being divided by 3. On top of that, the wedging effect is now causing it. Holy crap.
And now, imagine if you're trying to like do a rip cut like this.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
We got a problem.
And this isn't just an issue with like
Holy crap.
these particular ones. We can use any of them because they all are offset from one another. They're all going to have that issue.
This is like Wolverine claws debunked.
It is a bit of an issue. And I know people are going to rush to the comments and say, comics are different. Comics is like, we're talking about real world. We're talking about the most common
It's
depiction.
very common for them to be splayed.
And what happens is if we go a little bit more, you can see how
that.
like and then when you try and pull them out, you've got a whole bunch more force on it.
Yeah, look at this. This is like
Yeah.
And now if we do the reverse, I'm going to go all the way through this time. Pulling it so much easier. So much easier. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Did you want to do some more, or did you want to get to final thoughts?
Let's do the other one just for, completion. Let me do a slash. They're not going to do anything with a slash, but all right. Slashing. Dug in. That sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, Wolverine claws suck.
And keep in mind, something that I want to make clear about this is these are a more optimized design. They're a lot thinner. Imagine they're way thicker and even longer.
I mean, I'm not saying they're not fun. I'm not saying they're not cool.
They're cool.
And
as.
look, these ones from United Color are actually really cool. I like them. If you wanted a cool display piece, they're in the description. Under Fool's Forces, there is some bending. Okay, so be aware of that. in a functional real setting, though, like testing them in real life, these are crap weapons. They're not.
Well,
they're not unusable. They're still deadly.
It's like, what would you use it for, though? If somebody was mugging me with these or like attacking me with them and I was unarmed, oh yeah, get them away from me. But if I had like a sword or any other weapon against these,
Like,
I would be...
A knife of equivalent length is already way more versatile and way more deadly.
I'm going to insert a clip right here from when we did our Halloween video, and we just used a standard kitchen knife just to show you how ridiculous just a normal knife is. There's a reason why in the UK it seems to be the weapon of choice.
So this is interesting because not only has testing these in real life confirmed the theory and assumptions I had in my previous video, it brought up additional issues that you don't really kind of think of or come to your mind or see too readily just in theory crafting. Like practical tests, we found something even significant that really makes these... But that's what we do. That's what we do here at Functional Phantom. Sometimes we're surprised in a good way. This is one of those times we're surprised in the opposite direction.
They're still cool.
They're
Love
cool.
Wolverine.
Yeah, Wolverine is awesome.
Hopefully the movie's good. But
I have high hopes. And look. Again, my review couldn't be making me say this. Like, I don't know. I'm hoping it looks good. The trailers look great.
But I think that's all for today. You want to check out another video? There's going to be one right here. And that's all for today.
What's one that we thought was going to be bad and was better than when we tested in real life?
I can tell
Bloodborne.
You. Okay.
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne. Check out Bloodborne.
That was surprising. It shouldn't have worked that well.
All right, guys.